I'm loving it. Oh God, what have I done? To start the preparation, we need 1 liter of any plant-based milk. I have oat milk here that I made myself. And you can find that recipe on our YouTube channel. Since I need 1 liter of milk, I only made 1/5 of the 5 liters recipe. So I made 1/5 of it. Pour approximately 800 milliliters of this oat milk into a pot and take it to the stove. While the milk is gently heating on the stove, place 6 tablespoons of sugar in a smaller bowl. Then add 120 grams or 3 packets of vanilla-flavored pudding. Add 1 tablespoon, that's 20 grams of vanilla sugar. You can also add vanilla extract. Then pour the remaining milk over everything. I could have used a slightly bigger bowl, couldn't I? When I misjudge it, I have to do everything gently. I use larger bowls for mixing to make everything easier. So I can hurry and whisk and do all sorts of things. But this time, well, I like this bowl, so I'm using it in the video. And so I put it in the video and I shouldn't have. Now I can add the rest of the milk. You need to stir or shake this milk because it always settles. Just while I'm mixing this so there are no lumps, the milk will boil over there. Do not heat this milk on high heat because it will stick to the bottom. It should be medium to medium-high heat and stir occasionally. With this type of milk, we cook the pudding before it boils. When it's already warm to hot, pour in this mixed pudding mixture. And mix. We do all this on medium heat. Once the pudding thickens, stir gently. You can take breaks like this too. And when it thickens, stir non-stop. And since that will be very quick, I recommend you don't step away from the stove. It's almost done. Just a little more. If you still decide to cook it in water, you need 5 vanilla puddings per liter of water. Because it turns out much thinner when you put 3. But with this type of milk, as with regular milk, you can put 120 grams. There we go. The pudding is cooked and I'm taking it off the heat. As soon as I take it off the heat, I put foil over it and leave it to cool completely. If you're in a hurry, you can pour the filling in a cold bowl and it will cool down faster that way. The next thing I'm doing is making a biscuit crust. You need 400 grams of any ground biscuits. Add 100 grams of powdered sugar. You can make a combination of biscuits and, for example, walnuts. 300 grams of biscuits, 100 grams of ground walnuts, hazelnuts, or almonds. Then add 100 grams of melted margarine. This crust is not standard for this cake, but I added it on purpose to increase the height of the cake as well as its quantity. And now we need 200 milliliters of any juice. I have some radioactive stuff here. Just kidding. This is orange and carrot. And now I add it here little by little. Although I think I'll need to add it all. It all depends on what kind of biscuits you use. If it's something drier like mine, you'll need all the juice. If you use Lenten plasma biscuits, I don't think you'll need all the juice. If you don't have juice, you can also use any plant-based milk. Make more milk and use it in the filling and biscuit base. If you don't have that either, tea or water will do. It won't hurt. The crust mixture is ready. You need a tray, you need a ring, you can put acetate foil or not. Especially if someone has a higher ring, they don't have to put anything. I put them just in case. Now, of course, we transfer this whole mixture for the crust. Don't wash it, you'll need it later. And now, of course, press the crust like this. When we level the crust, take it to the fridge. The next thing I do is melt 100 grams of cocoa cream bar on steam or in the microwave. Take a bowl and put 150 grams of softened margarine in it. And add 150 grams of sugar. You can adjust the amount of sugar to your taste. And now mix everything together. I finally managed to whisk it. Now take this cooled filling. Remove the foil. Then whisk it a little too. Let's switch their places again. And now add this pudding to the margarine in several additions. Be sure to stir well around the sides and bottom with a whisk or spatula. Because, as you can see, there are unmixed parts left. So that doesn't happen to you, mix everything nicely and then whisk everything again. The base for all 3 fillings is ready. Divide filling into 3 parts and put 100 grams of coconut in one part. If you don't like coconut, replace it with walnuts or hazelnuts. Traditionally, sand cake includes jelly candies. Lenten jelly candies, of course. They even have a mark on them. Here you can see. It says Lenten. If it doesn't say that, just turn it over and read the declaration. The declaration says that they use agar gelatin, not beef gelatin, and that's it. And in the third part, this previously melted and cooled cocoa cream bar. Of course, you can make all of this in the non-Lenten version too. And then this chocolate will be darker. We'll just stir the jelly. If you don't want jelly, you can put whatever else you like. We'll whisk the coconut part. And then stir. And this second part is ready. And whisk the chocolate part. Stir a little and this filling is ready. If you happen to pour lukewarm chocolate into cold cream, you'll get chocolate pieces too. Now you have them, like it or not. And they don't bother anything. Filling time has come. Use the firmest cream, like this coconut cream. And we put it on the bottom. We always choose the firmer cream to put it first because it will hold the cake nicely. And now, of course, level it. Put the chocolate one over the coconut. It will additionally harden in the fridge. And it will make a nice contrast. Over the chocolate, of course, the jelly part. Now, since the chocolate is still quite soft, we'll put a little of this jelly everywhere like this, so we can spread it more easily. After I spread everything nicely like this, I take the cake to the fridge for a few hours. But it would be best to let it sit overnight. If you want, you can decorate it right away or you don't have to. When the cake cools, whisk 2 packets of Lenten whipped cream. I use this Lenten whipped cream and it says on it that it needs 125 milliliters of water. I don't put 125 milliliters, but 100 milliliters to be sure that it will whisk nicely. And it looks like this. I'll put a little whipped cream on top, then I'll spread it out. Decorate as you like. You'll need 1 liter of plant-based milk.